final of the AFL Footy Show. Right beside me is 9-time All-Australian and 311 gamer Jared Bolsh. He played 311 games for Hawthorn. Played in 4 premierships and was named in the Team of the Century as a half-forward flanker on Monday from the years 1941 to 2041 as a half-forward flanker.
Thanks mate, good to be here. Congratulations on you as well on making Team of the Century as a half-back flanker. There was a profile on you in the paper. You played 314 games for Sydney and you were All-Australian 8 times. You won 3 Norm Smith medals and 2 Brownlows. We also have our other 2 co-hosts, the big 302 game from Port Adelaide, Joel Zulian. You were also named in the Team of the Century as a back pocket. You were also suspended for 29 games and won the Brute's biggest hits 4 times. And you were also All-Australian 6 times, and later on in the show we understand he's going to try and fit 23 marshmallows in his mouth to break a world record.
And let's not forget the big 299 gamer, Jake Squeaks Hunter. Squeaks, you played for 3 different clubs and now you are assistant coach at the Fremantle Dockers. You won a Brownlow medal, a Norm Smith medal, and you were named as a wingman in the Team of the Century.
Yeah, thanks. I would also like to make a mention to the great Gary Ablett Sr. who passed away on Tuesday. He was a legend of the game.
Now, time to get into the show. First up, the boys will pick who they thought should have made the Team of the Century from the years 1941 to 2041. That's coming up after the break.
It's more than a game.
With the AFL Footy Show. First up with his Team of the Century is Noisy.
Yeah, thanks Uli. This would have been my team. Start from the forward lines, Tony Lockett, John Coleman and Lee Matthews. Half forward line, this man right here, Jared Bolsh, Wayne Carey and Gary Ablett Sr., the late passing Gary Ablett Sr. Centre line, Jake Hunter, Bob Skilton and Chris Judd. Back flank, myself, Ted Whitten and Brucey Dool. Back pocket, this fella right here, Joel Zulian, Steve Silvani and Sam Fisher. Ruckman, Graham Polly Farmer, Ruck Rover, Ron Barassi and Rover Gary Ablett Jr. My interchange would have had Alex Jezelenko, Michael Voss, James Hurd and Liam Jarrah.
This would have been my Team of the Century. Starting from the back line, Joel Zulian, Steve Silvani and Francis Burke. Half-back line, this man right here, Mitchell Noy, Ted Whitten and Bruce Dool. Across the centre line, Ben Cousins, Bob Skilton and Adam Goods. Half-forward line, myself, Buddy Franklin and Alex Jezelenko. My forward line would have been Lethal Lee Matthews, John Coleman and the late Gary Ablett Sr. My ruckman would have been Graham Polly Farmer, Ron Barassi and Gary Ablett Jr. My interchange would have been Chris Judd, Jake Hunter, Michael Voss, and this man that I've added to the team has given a bit of controversy, but I think that he should be in the team, and that's Gary Rowan.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
This would have been my Team of the Century, starting off with the full forward line. With Gary Ablett Jr., John Coleman, Eddie Betts. Half forward line, Adam Goods, Lance Franklin, Alex Jezelenko. Centre, Ben Cousins, Mark Murphy and myself. Half back line, Mitchell Noy, Ted Whitten, Bruce Dool. Back line would have been Joel Zulian, Stephen Silvani and Francis Burke. Yeah. Ruckman, Polly Farmer, Ruck Rover, Chris Judd and Rover Bryce Gibbs. Interchange, Patrick Dangerfield, Andrew McLeod and Mark Rashudo.
Thanks for that, Squeaks. If you think differently, email us your team at aflfootyshow@9.com.au.
Now it's time for Mitchell's mailbag.
Now it's time for Mitchell's mailbag. James from Adelaide has sent us our first lookalike, and it's of 2008 Brownlow medals, Adam Cooney. Sam from Wangaratta in Victoria sent us our next lookalike, and it is of Chris Judd, AFL legend and 2004 Brownlow medal list. Rick from Albury in New South Wales sent us this. It's a lookalike of Bill Brownless, long-time co-host on For the Footy Show and Geelong football legend. Brad from Darwin in the Northern Territory has sent us our next lookalike before we get to the dogs that look like Hamish, and is of Hawthorn and Collingwood star Darren Breton. Now we're going to run through some of the photos that have been sent in for dogs that look like Hamish. I'm not going to say who they're from because there's too many. Now it's time for Joel's world record attempt. We're here with retired Port Adelaide legend Joel Williams. He's going to attempt a world record.
Now I'm going to attempt a world record, and I'm going to be trying to get 23 marshmallows in my mouth at once.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
3, 4, 5, 6. He's struggling. 7, 8. Come on. 9. Shove him in there. 10. 11.
Thanks for that sort of disturbing world record. Next up, the grand final review.
We will now have the Toyota AFL Grand Final review. This Saturday, which is the last Saturday in September, we have two great teams in the West Coast Eagles and the Melbourne Demons fighting it out for the premiership. The Demons finished top, with the Eagles finishing 5th.
The sports bet odds have the Eagles at 2.17 and the D's clear favourites at 1.87.
We have some great odds for the people to bet on, but remember, gamble responsibly. For veteran Liam Jarrah Jr. to kick the first goal is at $3.40, and he's kicked 71 goals for the season. Another great odd we have is for Eagles young gun Frank Lassio to get the first disposal at $7.90. And the money is at $2 on for the Eagles to get the first goal. Great odds if you ask me.
What's your tip, Bolshy?
I reckon the D's by 69 points.
Yours, Joel?
I reckon Melbourne by 21.
Yours, Squeaks?
Eagles by 10.
I reckon the Eagles will get up by 14 points.
The sports bet odds have Liam Jarrah Jr. at $2 to win the Northwest medal. Next closest is young gun Darcy Quince at $3.80.
I've been looking at the weather forecast, and I think it will be wet, and that will suit the Demons. The conditions will suit Gary Ablett and the third, and I personally would put some coin on him. It's at 14.
Thanks for the tips and the odds, Zuli and Bolshy. Oh, that go over there.
Up next we have Almost Footy Legends.
Now it's time for Almost Football Legends.
Now it's time for Street Talk in the yard of Unity College.
I'm here in the schoolyard of Unity College asking students what they think of the new introduced rule to the AFL, which is no kicking backwards. Let's see what they think. G'day champ, how's it going?
Good.
What do you think of the new introduced rule to the AFL, which is no kicking backwards?
I think football isn't a real sport and everyone should play soccer.
Mate, football is the best sport in the world. Soccer is for stuck-up poms and cheesy fat lesbians.
What are you talking about, Spiffy?
I'm saying you reek of alcohol and urine.
Oh, I'll rock you.
G'day lads, how's it going? What do you think of the new introduced rule to the AFL, which is no kicking backwards?
What's footy?
Thanks Thanks for the street talk, Bolshi. It has been a great grand final footy show. We have enjoyed your company, and before we go, we have some questions for Squeaks.
Squeaks, who will win the grand final?
Eagles.
Who will win the Norm Smith medal?
Darcy Quince.
Are you homosexual?
Never. Thanks for joining us. Catch you later.
It's more than a game.
This is pointless.
Hurry up!
Ow!